Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Root Waves 3 with me, Papa Omega, and the Kaiserliche Marine, the Navy of the German Empire. So it is 1898, and we haven't really done much in the previous year. I hate to say that. Quite honestly, there weren't much happening to us. We had only slight corrections to some of our relations. We increased our tensions with Great Britain by 1 point to mild animosity, and we decreased the tensions and thus increased relations with France and USA. France high tensions, USA good relations. And we're keeping the alliance with Japan and Austria-Hungary. Apart from that, nothing really happened. The war for Spain continues with the United States. They're still getting beaten, and as we can check over here, they have, as the first nation in the game since the start, actually decreased the amount of tonnage they can field by 6,900 tons. But more importantly, with the exception of Austria-Hungary, which is our ally, everybody else has added more tons to their navies than we did this year. We added 13,800 tons, and everybody else had double, triple, or in the case of Great Britain, 5 times as much. It's really sad, and we have dropped in position behind United States because somehow United States managed to add 40,900 tons. Their navy is just blobbing, and we are not keeping up. On the other hand, we do have a little bit of an advantage because our designs are fairly good, and we have been, or actually I have been, quite happy with the recent designs. Once Donau and the Lübecks come this year, we will see a pretty much good increase in tonnage, I believe, and we're also going to build a couple of the Fredericas. But we could really use a boost. As I say, for the third year in a row, I wouldn't really mind an escalation with Spain. They're much weaker than we are. We could steamroll over them, and a declaration of war would provide us with a massive boost to the budget, which we could translate into more ships. Well, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and hope that it's not going to be instead Great Britain declaring us or something. Here on the table you can see that we continue our increase, but many of the nations are increasing much faster. Here's the combined tonnage. We have surpassed 2 million tons as a whole. And here's the relative comparison. Now, I have tried my best to actually change the format, but what it does, it shows the tons and not relative to others. So I'll have to dig a little bit deeper and figure out if there is a way how to investigate that and put a little bit of a different scale on the board. But what I did in the meantime is that I actually pulled the numbers from my help sheets and put them here on the left. So we can see that we as Germany have actually increased our share of the total tonnage by 0.51%, which is an increase, I'm not gonna lie. Who had the decrease was Great Britain. They lost more than 4% of their share. France lost 2% of their share. Italy gained 2%. Russia lost 2%. Japan added 3% of their share. They actually had only 3.66%. They had a really small navy. The United States also added 3%. Austria-Hungary added roughly 1.7%, and Spain lost about 1.5%. So there are definitely losers and definitely victors in this game even now. As far as our economy goes, we have another record year. Our yearly budget moved to 123,800, which is the highest number we had yet. It's only about 1,000 Reichsmark higher than it was in 1896. But it is still the highest number that we ever had. We lost a little bit more funds at hand. We're currently at about 9% of our yearly budget, which is not a problem, 5,161 Reichsmark, and we're having a mild surplus. So we aren't really in any danger. I think it's like 230 Reichsmark. The total expenses are 10,087 Reichsmark per month, which is a 97.77% fulfillment of the funds that we're getting. Ship costs increased by 11% to 30.13% per month. And We are building a little bit more, but that is mostly because last year we were way above our actual budget, and we tried to burn a little bit of the cash that we had to make sure that we don't go overboard. But we're nowhere near the numbers of 1894 or 1896 right now, so I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more cash. As we also increase our yearly budget, we will need to hold a little bit more money. Because there's a difference if you hold 5,000 when your budget is 65,000 per year, and it is basically a month of your income, or if you are holding 20,000 or something when you have the same budget. But now that we have 123,800, 5,000 is not gonna cut it, so we should move the bar somewhere between 10 and 15,000, which is the learning that I take from this year. But I'm hoping that the next year is going to see a significant increase. I'm going to do my best to increase the tensions with Spain, if finally the game will give me a chance to do so. As far as future goes, we had 4 breakthroughs, one in subdivision and damage control, one in turrets and ground mountings, one in explosive shells, and we have bought a 13-inch guns from... I forgot what that was. It wasn't... I think it was in... Was it the United States? Was it Italy? I don't remember. Someone sold us the technology, but I forgot who it was. It wasn't Great Britain. I think it was Italy or France. Well, it could have been anyone. Never mind. It happened yesterday, so I don't remember. As far as our fleet overview goes, we had a little bit of a growth in the Department of Heavy Cruisers. We finished 3 of the Fierce Bismarck, is it? Fierce Bismarck class? I forgot the name. Fierce Bismarck. I remember that correctly. So that's new. And about a couple of months, we're going to get our first Donau and the first 2 Libecks added to the fleet, which is something that I'm looking forward to very, very much. We have grown again. It seems to, kind of interestingly, we seem to have a linear trajectory of growth. I find that kind of interesting how well we have been holding that. I was expecting a little bit more exponential growth, but this is still fine. Not much to mention for all of these ships. The Fierce Bismarcks we have added. I forgot to change it here, but we already have all 4 of them in the class, and I thus obsoleted the template. So all 4 are now part of our home fleet. And here we have the Libecks, which are going to come in March this year. So actually it's kind of interesting. That's 12,000 tons, and the Donau is 19,000 tons. So just these were going to be 31,000 tons. So it's going to be a nice boost to our size. If we build a couple more ships of the new Frederica class, we're going to even be better at that. Unfortunately, I can't add the picture here or any information about the defense because I don't remember them. And then because it's a design study right now, I cannot access it in the game. But I would like to have 8 to 10 built by 1905, and I would like to retire the Delphins, August People, and Columbia ones, because none of these really are that good, with the exception of the Delphins, which we will probably retire last, and Frederica is their, spiritual successor, especially for these Delphins. It is correct. Other than that, pretty good. Bases and land fortifications. Well, we have gained a concession from China in the form of Liaotung. I have to not forget there's an O there. Liaotung Peninsula, which has a basing quality of 100. So it would be a much better spot for a secondary fleet than any other places that we have so far. I'm not sure if we're going to use it, but what we need to do is build defenses there, and considering the value of it, and considering we're going to start with 2 8-inch coastal batteries right off the bat, though we don't really have money for it. That's the issue, because an 8-inch coastal battery I think costs like 600 per month to construct, which translates to 1,200, and we don't really have that much money at this point. And as far as officer corps goes, we had a lot of movements. We now have 8 admirals, which is 3 more than we had before. We have 4 more capitains to reserve, but we have 4 less frigate and capitains. But I like the fact that the captain position, which is the core of our navy, is growing in the number and rank. Unfortunately, what's growing also is the amount of below average officers that we have. So out of the 29, 9 are below average and only 1 above average. But, well, what can you do? What can you do? At least our admirals seem to be good. 2 are above average, 1 is average, and 3 are below average. So that's, I would say that is a fairly good upper echelon of the staff. Anyway, that's all for this moment, and we're going to jump into the game and see what the next year brings to us. Hopefully it's going to be candy and more ships. So, let's see what this game is going to bring to the table this year. Now, I'm now looking at it and thinking that we should really do what we can to increase the prestige. I've been riding in low for quite some time now, and I really don't like that we are just like 2 steps away from the potential of being sacked. I'm really looking forward also to the first quarter of this year, because in 2 months the first 2 Lübecks are going to come, and the Donau battleship is going to come, which is one of the designs that I'm really happy with, considering the year and date. I really like it. I really do. I really do. It is a sad sad realization, though, when you remember that we now have better guns than the ones on the Donau. But, well, what can you do? Anyway, I don't think we can do much at this point. We need to get a little bit more cash. The Frederica design study is coming in 1 month, so once that is done, we're going to put a couple of those in construction. But month about is 230, and I think that is too low even for a measly corvette building. So we'll see. Anyway, end the turn, see what happens. There has been an internal upheaval in Panama. Great Britain is apparently sending a force there, ostensibly to restore order, but it is likely they have more far-reaching plans. What do you recommend? Okay, well, that's not the one that I was hoping for. We're not going to issue an ultimatum. They would laugh in our faces anyway. We should push for an international force. Let's not risk raising tensions over it. They can have Panama. It's too far. Yeah, they've taken control over Panama, which is interesting because that's, well, I mean, no. I was about to say that they will get into more of a mess with the United States, but they do have a lot of colonies here anyway, so it's not really going to change anything. Our scientists have reported that they have suffered a temporary setback in figuring out the concept of heavy secondary battery. Our research team reports that they have some trouble grasping the principle of safe use arming devices. Okay, one of our captains is promoted to Grand Admiral and put in command of the first home fleet. He is average. Okay, well, at least that's not terrible. Captain Surza Shorewan, average, is placed in command of the home fleet first scout. And Danzig has been delayed, unfortunately, due to problems with delivery of equipment. And Panama. So latest design, Frederica, is ready for construction, so let's see how much it costs us to build this one. It is 315, so we can't afford even a measly corvette. Unfortunately, that's the case. So we'll have to wait. And we'll have to wait for a long time because, once Donau, Lübeck, and Danzig are done, we're gonna put another wave of exactly the same ships in construction. So it's not like we are going to be, suddenly free to build something else. Not great. Anyway, let's end the month. Lübeck is commissioned into the Navy, and we have suffered a temporary setback in figuring out the concept of the wireless telegraphy. Wharf crew quality suffers from cramped accommodations while informed waters. Is it traveling somewhere again? Intelligence report from Great Britain. The government of Great Britain has increased naval spending. Great. Frigate Captain Balz is placed in command of Lübeck. And Frigate Captain Marshall is promoted to Captain Surze and placed in command of Electra. Yeah, we have more ships in Indian Ocean yet again. Really? I thought I fixed that. Indian Ocean, base capacity 5. Ship requirement Who is in Indian Ocean? I thought that was fixed. I mean, we're building a base there right now, so it's not an issue in August. People. It's on foreign stations, so I mean we can deal with that. The base should be expanded in what 3 months. We're okay with that. Oh, that's gonna be a nice boon. 500, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm done. I was about to say, wow, our Euro budget was increased, but that's because of the Lubeck coming into service. So we're gonna build the second ship of, well, I mean that's the first ship actually, because we have the Danzig here as well. So let's build another of Lubeck, and I have prepared a couple of names for them. So this one is going to be called Hamburg. And it's gonna be done in 20 months, so still next episode. Good for us. So that put us, to a lowered amount of money. Great. Yeah, because we're paying for maintenance of Lubeck itself. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, and Danzig is commissioned into the Navy, and Donau is commissioned into the Navy. Great Britain has completed heavy cruiser Jupiter, the largest armored cruiser in the world, at nearly 12,000 tons. A spy from Italy has been discovered. What do we do? Yeah, I'm not interested in increasing tensions with Italy. Why can't Spain spy on me? Yeah, damn it, Spain. Do something. I mean, they're most likely doing the best they can to lower tensions with everybody else, because they are definitely not interested in, having two-way war. No, actually, they have a two-way war. Three-way war would be the way to go, right? They're not interested in having war with someone else than the United States. Okay, Weisenberg and Worf crew quality suffers some accommodation in foreign waters. Okay, I have to check that again. Frigate and Captain Danzig is commissioned in the Navy. Happener Donau is commissioned into the Navy. Who's commanding Donau? Here. Captain Surza Höpfner. We don't know who he is. And tensions between Russia and Japan increased because of Sakhalin. Okay. So... yeah, we're having issues because our ships are moving around like crazy, trying to fix the foreign stations situation, and we're suffering quite heavily because of that. So let me see you. If we put you into active... no, we still don't have enough. Damn. We have a ton of ships required for the foreign stations duty. Well, we'll have to suffer the consequences for now. It's nothing we can really deal with. So let's build the second ship of the Donau class. It's going to be called Elbe. It's gonna take 29 months and it is going to cost us dearly. But we need it to be finished. So let's build it, Elbe of the Donau class. And we're gonna build yet another Lubeck, which is going to be called Wismar. So we're building what we did before, and now we actually have a mild deficit, but we got a ton of funds from last month, so that is pretty good. Now, as far as ships in service go, we need to put the Donau into the first division. We have a space prepared for it. Wait, where is it? Add ships. Oh, up there. So it's gonna be Donau, and we're gonna make it the flagship. So the Donau is now the flagship of the fleet. I really wish we could assign a different commander. Yeah, but we can't because that's gonna cost us prestige. Damn it. Well, hopefully we'll get someone good there in time. So with that said, the base should be expanded in 2 months in Tanganyika. Okay. Well, that's gonna give us a little bit more basing in Indian Ocean, so hopefully that's gonna solve most of our issues. So what's on the turn? USA is seeking improved relations with us due to war with Spain. What do you recommend? Yeah, we should increase our cooperation with the United States. I don't mind that. Our scientists report that they are working on the problem of wireless telegraphy, but success has eluded them so far. So Grand Admiral Shorwan of First Home Fleet has left the service. Oh, what happened to him? He didn't retire, he left the service. So Captain Suzakewa is promoted to Grand Admiral and placed in command of the Home Fleet. Frigate Captain Schneewind is placed in command of Gazelle instead. And Frigate Captain Jurst of Danzig is promoted to Captain Suza and placed in command of the Home Fleet's first support. And Frigate Captain Jurst is placed in command of Danzig. What? That's weird. They're moving them around the weird way. Captain Suza Wistemeyer has shown himself to be of average ability. US Navy is reported to be doing a lot of night trainings. Battleship Minnesota were reported to be commissioned in 21 months. The new ship under construction of Rochester class is a belt armor of 5 inches. It's actually a pretty heavy armor. The ship Almiranta Oquendo has a top speed of 19 knots and a belt armor of 3 inches. And the new ship under construction of class Castillo has an armament of 2 8-inch guns, 8 6-inch guns, and 3 torpedo tubes. So I trust these ones because we have a high intel on Spain. So, well, I mean, it's still not completely settled, but we're investing heavily into it. And that's it. Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. Well, okay, tensions with Spain has increased, so that's good news. We need to do whatever we can to increase it further. Southeast Asia to Northeast Asia, Southeast Asia to Northeast Asia. And because we do have money, how long would it take to build the Fredericas? It's 18 months. I was thinking of building 2, but that would put us at 1,000 in deficit, and we can't really afford that, especially if we want to continue building these ships. Anyway, with that said, we have a lot of you over here. And what about the light cruisers? Because we're building a Lubeck, so we can incorporate some of the previous ships into our fleet. So Hela is fairly weak. And then we have the corvettes. Okay, what about here? Those are Hertha and Prince Heinrich. Those were trade protection ships. What about the Hertha? 20 knots. We could, I think, add this one to the cruiser support, couldn't we? Victoria Luis. Yeah, I think we could add Hertha here. It's a little bit heavier and a little bit slower than they are. What about you guys? First Bismarck. Yeah, let's add it to First Bismarck squadron because it has the same speed, so it's not gonna drag them down with an inferior. I mean, it's much heavier than they are. 4 7-inch guns, 270. Yeah, it's maybe a double of there. Well, no. I mean, it has double of the 7-inch guns, and it has 6. They have 6 5-inch guns, and it has 8 of 6-inch. So, yeah, it is probably about twice as capable as they are. Though I don't know about the belt. The first 4-inch belt. It has also a 4-inch belt. Yeah, so about double the firepower. Cool. Not much else to do. Have we finished? No, 1 more month to finish the Indian Ocean mess. Lubeck has finished her working up, and we got our first fire control. Coincidence rangefinder enables central rangefinder fire control on ships. Oh, this is amazing! That is the first fire control that we can install, and we're gonna have to install that on all of our ships. That is coming immediately. Our base expansion in Tanganyika is completed. We now have a total base capacity in Indian Ocean of 10. Weissenberg suffers. Let them suffer. We have Spain reducing its naval spending due to social discontent. Lubeck has finished working up. That's fine. Frigate Captain Brinkman of Medusa is promoted to Captain Suzanne, placed in command of Home Fleet First Support. Okay. The ship class Fernando VII has a top speed of 16 knots and belt armor of 9 inches. That sounds pretty good. Okay, now, the base finished. We have a little bit of money, but we're gonna sit on that for now. What I wanted to do was to check what we can do with our ships. So, of course, the Deutsche Kaiser is gonna be the first one of these. We have weight remaining of 8. If we can put the central rangefinder there, we can, but it's a little bit heavy. And if we put a third one there, which we definitely need to, it's even heavier, and we really don't have much to save on. Well, I can lower the amount of shells. We definitely can do that for the secondaries. And let's take away some of these as well. Okay, so this is gonna be a rebuild for them. Center range front. I don't know, will have to be rebuilt as well, unfortunately. But what can we do? Okay, guns, casemate, that's good. 3 positions. Yeah, nothing else that we want to do here. So, this ship has a narrow belt, yes, we know. Yes. Okay, so this is the 1898 rebuild. It costs 12 months to add a rangefinder on our ships. At least it doesn't cost much. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I mean, we have to do that. So let us rebuild the first 2. I'm not gonna do all of them at the same time. So they're gonna be rebuilt. Can I accelerate that? I can. I'm gonna save a little bit of time for that. And the Donau, if we want to rebuild you, how much would that cost? And how much time it would take? Central rangefinder. I mean, of course, we don't have enough. Lower the ammo. Okay, a little bit. We'll have the rangefinders there. That's all that we want anyway. All okay. Happy. Yep. And it's gonna take 12 months. 181. I mean, we have to. The rangefinder is absolutely crucial for us. If you can't hit anything, you know, that's what use is a ship that can't hit anything? Okay, and the Gefions, they're gonna go. We're gonna have to do this gradually, but yeah, we need them. Okay, for them it's not an issue. You could even add a little bit more ammo here. So, Gefions. We have 5 of them, right? Yeah. So they're gonna be the first ones, and then we're gonna go with the Gazelles. Actually, the backs would. Oh god. There's. Well, what can we do? Oh, sure. Let's rebuild them. We're gonna rebuild all of them. 12 months, 41, yeah, that's fine. So let's upgrade all of them. Yeah. Load time 12, monthly load cost 41. Yeah, we can do that. Whole of our fleet will have to be rebuilt. And where did that monthly balance come from? Ships under construction. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let's end the turn. Danzig is finished working up. The war between Spain and USA has ended. Really? Carolina Islands are ceded to USA and the Philippines are ceded to USA. A revolution in African countries left some of our nationals stranded. What do we do? Send a strong squadron Join an international squadron. Resolve the crisis via diplomacy. Well, we can't do that. We don't have prestige. So join an international squadron sent to contain the violence. We get budget and tensions. Oh hell, so many things. So, Contra Admiral Derives is promoted to Admiral and placed command of Northeast Asia. Captain Zurze Wintermeyer from Zebra is promoted to Contra Admiral and placed in command of the Second Home Fleet. Steudinger is placed in command of Zebra. Riemann of Amazon is promoted to Captain Zurze. Okay, and commands Home Fleet Secondary. Weisenberg's crews suffer. Intelligence report Great Britain. The government of Great Britain has increased naval spending. Okay. Danzig finished its working up. The war between Spain has ended. Contra Admiral Wintermeyer has left the service. Okay. Captain Suza Love of First Bismarck is promoted Contra Admiral. Captain Suza Riemann is placed in command of First Bismarck. So many moves. And intelligence report from Spain. There are rumors that Spanish scientists have trouble mastering the principles of destroyers up to 400-ton displacement. Okay, and our monthly balance is significantly increased because our yearly budget is significantly increased. So we need to build a couple of Fredericas now. We can build 3. Okay. So first one is going to be, of course, called... Well, it's just the name? Yeah, it will. Frederica. We're gonna build another one, which is going to be... What would you suggest? Henriette. Okay, I'll take it. That's not a bad name. And a third one... Lisalot. No, the third one is going to be called Luisa. Okay, so that put our monthly balance to 2. But we're actually building a ton of ships. So when it comes to ships that are not rebuilds, we're building 2 Libecks, a Donau, and Frederica. So next year, we're gonna get a ton of tonnage, though you are not gonna be ready. You guys all should be coming at a certain point anyway. So, tensions with Italy are 7, and with Great Britain are 8 now. That's amazing, while with Spain it's still nowhere near where we need it. Brandenburg. Crew quality suffers from cramped accommodation. I have to check that. Russia is building a 6-inch coastal battery in the Baltic states. Promise of delivery of equipment delayed the building of Niobe. Rebuilding of Niobe, okay. Unexplained delays have affected the building of Amazon. Admiral Bay of Southern Africa has retired. So Contra Admiral Keller is promoted and takes command. Captain Suza Benzine has shown himself to be of average quality. Japan and Russia increased tensions, and we have more ships in Southeast Asia we can support. Yeah, I know. Now Japan and Russia are at 9 now, so that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. According to the almanac, we should be able to take them together, right? Well, roughly. We have slightly more, about 50,000 tons more than they do. They have 14 battleships. Jesus. Like 2/3 of their weight are in battleships. What the hell do they have? Wow. Okay, and they're building a number of these Pobeda. 10-inch belt, 4 12-inch guns, 8 6-inch, 14 3-inch. Imperator Pobeda. Damn, they have a lot of battleships. It would be hell to fight. Pamiat Azova. And they have a ton of destroyers. 300 tons. I really don't know much about these. 27 knots. Yeah, I want to start building destroyers as well, but once we hit the 400 tons, I don't really see much of a benefit in doing that now. And actually, let's start building a coastal fortification in the Lealtung Peninsula. That's gonna throw us in a deficit, but we can take it, at least for some time. We need to be secure. One of our major shipyards is short on orders and is offering to build another unit of the Frederica class corvette in 16 months and total discount. Well, when this pops up for any kind of ship, you take it. Excellent, we'll take the offer. We're gonna call it Sophie. A change of government in Italy has the potential to reduce tensions between our nations. You are asked to comment by a major newspaper. Fair words, but the policies of Italy always has and always will be a threat. You will observe developments carefully and see what comes out of it. This is great news. Our two nations need to have better and more trustful cooperation. Let's go with we will observe and see what comes out. I want to lower tensions. Brandenburg. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, good news. Italy went down. England is at 8. That is a little bit disconcerting. So you are just moving around like crazy. So unless we manage to do something with that, we are pretty much just gonna have to suffer the consequences. Okay, September. Let's move on to November. USA and Austria-Hungary have signed an alliance. A colonial crisis with Russia has arisen. You are asked for recommendations. What is your advice? You must safeguard our interest, and if it leads to war, we are prepared to fight it. It would be best to avoid a war right now, but prepare for future conflicts. We are not ready for war. Let's go. It would be best to avoid a war right now, but prepare for future conflicts by strengthening the Navy, because I would like to increase my budget. And we can take a little bit of a hit to tensions. This one would be a bit too much, I think. Tension is high between our ally Japan and Russia. How should we play our card? Encourage Japan to take a hard line. We need the prestige boost. Intelligence report Great Britain. Great Britain has curbed their naval expenses as a result of popular protest against arms spending. Report from Austria-Hungary, they reduced their naval spending. Okay, everybody is starting to see that they need to invest a little bit more into their people as well. And then the Great Britain lowered and then increased their spending. Amazing. USA and Austria-Hungary have signed an alliance. That's an interesting development. Tensions between Russia and Japan increased. Between Great Britain and USA increased because of Panama. Okay. Tensions between Italy and Austria-Hungary increased because Italy controls Albania. And we have more ships. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we are yet again in a surplus. Our yearly budget is 147,000. Nice. Oh god, yeah. Japan and Russia are on a verge of a war. Most likely so are we. But this would bode well. I don't like fighting Russia. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I believe that Japan should be capable of containing them in the Far East territory. We can send a raider or two there, that's not a problem. But we'll most likely be fighting them in the area of the Baltic Sea. So that would be where I would actually take my ships. Now I'm thinking, where do we have? This is the Baltic. And this is Northern Europe. So we have most of our ships in Northern Europe and actually not in the Baltic. They have 7 battleships there, 1 heavy cruiser, 5 destroyers, and 2 corvettes. Do they have that many ships in here? They do, but Japan has more. That's good. And here, they have none. Okay, so I believe we might be able to take them out. They do have a little bit of navy in here. Maybe I should have gone a little bit more hawkish on them. So our ships are all in Northern Europe. So I could move them to the Baltic if I wanted to. They're all part... Well, not Colombia. Can keep that one there, but these ones. So those are mostly our squadrons. Hella, the light cruiser, and Lübeck and Danzig. I would most likely send Lübeck and Danzig to raid in the Baltic. And I would probably send... Who else is not in the divisions? It was you guys. Prince Heinrichs. Because they're slower. I believe they don't really have that many light cruisers. No, they do have a ton of light cruisers here. They don't here, so it would be better to use those to hunt in the Baltic and send the Lübecks to support Japan. Okay, so I might want to start preparing for this, to be quite honest. So let me send Lübecks to, what is it, Northeast Asia? Yeah, Northeast Asia. We do have base there, don't we? Of capacity 100. Yeah, so I can send the Lübecks there immediately, so we don't have to wait for them to get there later on, because this might really happen quite quickly. So let's send you to where do we have you? Northeast Asia. Well, wait, we have 600. Ah, okay. I guess it counts also the Japanese ports for us. So you guys move in there. And I'm thinking that we're gonna move... I'm gonna keep... They had a battleship, didn't they, in here? Yeah, one battleship and one corvette. I'm not really afraid of the single battleship. But... in case of a war, they would most likely move back. So let's move you... I'll keep you in... Wait. These are all of my squadrons, so I can move you to the Baltic. Just as a preparation. We do have a ton. So yeah, but I have some of these ships rebuilding. That is a bad time for us. Still, I believe we would have enough to actually face them at this point. Jesus, that was a bad time to start rebuilding. Well, you guys move. And you... where are you? Name, class. Which ones are you? The heavy cruisers. Here, Prince Adalbert. Okay, I'm gonna make a special division for you guys. And you're gonna be the heavy cruiser. I'm gonna call you the Northern Europe cruisers. I'm gonna call it the 3rd CA division. And you're gonna be set a roll. You are a fleet and have nobody commanding you. And let's add you into it. So you're a separate fleet. Do we have an admiral we can assign to you? No, we don't. Okay, but someone is going to take command of them eventually. Okay then. Well, things might escalate really quickly from here on. I don't even know if we can stop rebuilding, because... no, we can't. Yeah, I could just scrap them. Which I'm not gonna summon. We should be able to survive for a little bit. But in case of a war breaking out, it would most likely... I hope it would give us an option to stall for a bit. Okay, well, I said it can escalate quickly, and it did. So, and they call on us immediately. Japan calls on us to honor our alliance and join them in their war against Russia. According to clause, we are not about it. Of course, it's a matter of honor. We are not ready for we need to build up on you first. Well, they call us with our pants down. I'm not gonna lie about that. This is really not a great time for us. But I'm not. I really hope that. No, we can't really let them face this. So yeah, prestige, budget, and war. Germany and Russia now in a state of war, and we have immediately gotten a trade warfare summary. And wow, operations of our ally Japan adds 193 victory points immediately. Okay, well, that's fun. So what happened? Germany and Russia now at war, and Japan and Russia are now at war. Unexplained units have affected the rebuilding of Donau by 1 month. Still short. Okay, so 2 months. And strikes and labor unrest are great. Just great, guys. Like, we need these ships, and you start striking. Amazing. And we had a lot of people moving, but I really am not that interested in that right now. So, all relations. Russia is now at war with us and with Japan. That means we need to start looking at what we can do here. So, we have the third cruiser fleet. So you guys can be immediately set on raiding. So they will start raiding in... Wait, no, not you. You are at foreign stations. Sorry, that's... Wait, what? Did I do that incorrectly? I might have done that incorrectly. Hold on. No, these are definitely the ones. Lübecks. Wait, didn't I have... What the hell did I just do? Northern Europe, Colombia, and hell. Oh, I did a mistake here, but doesn't matter really. It's not gonna be an issue. So, Hela, our lone ship can actually be sent to raid. So you're gonna be a raider in Northern Europe. Now, if I take... Okay, where are the Lübecks? The Lübecks are currently passing to Indian Ocean. Yeah, they're gonna take some more time. If I set them to radar, I think that might take them off their course, so we're not gonna deal with that. Hela is raiding. We need ships on trade protection, 5 of them. So let's take our corvettes and put them on trade protection. That's gonna fix most of it, and I actually want the... Where are they? The third cruiser fleet. I want you to move to Northern Europe. Where are you? Pacific here to Northern Europe. So we're gonna move from Indian Ocean to Southern Africa and to Northern Europe, and you're not gonna be dealing with that. I'm gonna put you to active fleet, and we can't. We can't. I need someone else on foreign station. So hold on. We do have you guys here, so let's put you on foreign stations. That's gonna take care of it. And you guys instead can be put on trade protection. So they're gonna move to Europe. We still miss a ship on the trade protection, which means I can put you on trade protection. That's really not great, but okay. So we have the minimum set. Hopefully these ones are not going to be challenged. The main fleet is now in this area. 2 battleships, 8 heavy cruisers, 5 light cruisers. Russia has 8 battleships there. 1 heavy cruiser, 5 destroyers. Okay, so the battleships are an issue. If they attack us and we have a big engagement, they're most likely going to hurt us. But the good news is that we have ships of better quality. The Deutsche Kaiser, I believe, should be able to hit them heavily. We don't really know much about them. So let me just put the intel too high. We're going to lower the intel. Well, no, let's keep it at high with Spain. We might escalate later on, but their battleships, from what we know, you are here. Oh, wait, what? It's not only construction. What are you talking about? Yeah, they are extremely heavily armored and have very heavy guns. So it's gotta be an issue. If they hit us, that is going to be a big issue. So the battleships are gonna suck. And they have torpedo tips, so we can't ever really come close to them at this point. I have to avoid them. They should be fairly... Yeah, these ones are really slow. These ones are capable of 19 knots. So if they if they chase us... we should be able to keep them away and plink at them. They have a slightly higher range, but their accuracy should be a little bit off. We'll see. Especially if they're following us, that should be fine. If it comes down to these ones, those are just, we can outmaneuver them. But yeah, with the amount of ships that we have currently in the dockyard rebuilding, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be fun for the first couple of months. Yeah, the Friedrich III is going to be done in 5 months. Donau is going to be finished in 8 months. Yeah, we don't need to pay. No, we have to. Jesus. Okay, so let me see. Can I actually accelerate all of you? So normal construction. I'm going to have to do this and check all of them whether or not it's worth it. So Friedrich III. Accelerate, yeah. Medusa, yeah. Wilhelm I, definitely. Niobe, that's 8, 7. Ariadne, 8, 7, definitely. Electra, 8, 7. Amazon, 8, yeah, so we're taking off an entire month. And yeah, that's also... And you guys, 12 and 13, 11 and 12. Yeah, we're burning the money that we got from the war, but we really need to get these ships. Even a single month is going to be a big difference for us. Frederica, Henrietta, these ones... Well, Elba, definitely. That ships off 2 months. And you guys... That's not that expensive, so let's just do it. I don't mind the deficit right now, it's going to be fine. If it helps us with getting them sooner, it's going to be good. Now, in the Far East, I think we can expect Japan to actually... Well, they have the same amount of battleships. Japan has more heavy cruisers, less light cruisers, 5 destroyers and 2 corvettes. But we're sending the Vibeks there. So they're going to be excellent hunters of traffic. So if we sink their trade, it's going to be good. Are they anywhere else that we know of? Okay, they have 1 heavy cruiser and 1 corvette over here. But we're not located there. They don't have anything here or here. We don't have any basing here, do we? Yeah, there's no Japanese or any other base that we could use. Nothing here really. Just checking if they might have some ships passing through. We were not really... That's the issue. I wasn't planning for war with Russia at all. I was really focused on Spain. So this is gonna be pretty harsh. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. It's long enough already. It's November 1898. But I'm gonna consider this an end to the episode. We're gonna start the next one where we're taking off, because it's very likely that we will immediately jump into a battle, and I don't want to have that in this episode, because the battles can take half an hour, maybe even an hour, depending. I mean, it can be done in 5 minutes as well, depending on what the game throws at us. But for now, we're gonna consider this an end, and in the next one, we're gonna jump in. I'm gonna probably put in the update in January, so in 2 months, after 1 or 2 battles, and we're gonna see where we left off, and then we're gonna end. It's gonna be a little bit messy, but we can't really do much with that, because the format of the battles is just unpredictable, heavily unpredictable, that is. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I wasn't expecting this, but hey, you waited for it, and here it comes. So yeah, Russia, we're coming for you. We are coming for you.